my beloved soul. May love lead us. There's something sacred about the fact that you've found your way to this message. I want you to know before anything else that you are not here by accident. Whether you've been praying quietly in your heart, whispering through your tears, or simply wondering in silence, God heard you and heaven has been watching closely. You're deeply loved, profoundly seen, and completely surrounded by divine guidance right now. As you listen, I want you to take a deep breath. Feel the atmosphere shift around you. The presence of angels is drawing near, not to overwhelm or alarm you, but to comfort you, to remind you of something holy and real, that you are not walking alone. There is a message stirring in the spirit, one that concerns your heart, your healing, and the one who is destined to meet you at the intersection of divine timing and true transformation. This message is for those of you who have been sensing a shift. You may have been feeling it in your dreams, your spirit, or even in the random memories that flood your heart when you least expect it. You may have found yourself thinking about someone you can't quite shake, or someone you thought you had finally let go of. The truth is, the atmosphere around you is changing, and so is the energy of your soulmate. There is a divine shift taking place in the unseen, and heaven wants you to be prepared, not afraid. You see, when God begins to align hearts that were once disconnected, there is often a stirring in the spirit realm. Angels are dispatched. Old emotions rise to the surface. Closure becomes necessary. Healing deepens. But most of all, there is a quiet awakening of destiny. And for many of you listening, that awakening is happening right now. The person connected to your soul, your God-ordained counterpart, is not the same as when you last encountered them. Something has been moving in their life, not just change, but transformation. This isn't about behavior alone. This is about heart posture, about surrender, about finally opening the parts of themselves they once kept hidden, even from God. Some of you have been faithfully praying for this person, even when you didn't fully understand why you couldn't forget them. You've wept in silence, released them in obedience, and trusted God even in your confusion. And I want you to hear this clearly. Your obedience has never gone unnoticed. Your tears were not wasted. Your surrender has prepared the way for what heaven is now unfolding. Isaiah 55:11 says, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." That means every promise God whispered to you, every reassurance that made your heart burn with hope, it was not in vain. What God spoke over your life will not return void. The angels are revealing that there has been an energy shift in your soulmate's life. That doesn't mean they've suddenly become perfect, nor does it mean that the path will be easy. What it does mean, however, is that something within them has awakened. They are beginning to see what they could not see before, feel what they once ignored, crave the healing they once resisted. There's a level of spiritual maturity beginning to take root in their soul, and for the first time in a long time, they're realizing the weight of the connection they once didn't understand. They're thinking about the way you loved them, not just emotionally but spiritually. They're remembering the moments you prayed for them, believed in them, and held space for their growth even in your absence. But more than memory, they are now starting to feel a holy conviction, a pull to make things right. Not because you need them to, but because their spirit is finally aligning with truth. This isn't manipulation. This isn't a replay of old patterns. This is what happens when God steps into someone's journey and begins to strip away the illusions, the distractions, and the pride that kept them stuck. This is the moment many of you have been spiritually prepared for. A divine reunion may be closer than you think, not because you forced it, but because God ordained it. And I want to be clear, If this is truly a soul that God chose for you, there will be undeniable confirmation. There will be peace, not confusion. Clarity, not chaos. Wholeness, not half effort. Romans 8:28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." That includes your love life. That includes your seasons of waiting, healing, and being misunderstood. Everything you've walked through, every delay, every heartbreak, every lonely night, it's all being woven into something redemptive. Right now, your angels are surrounding you with protection and reassurance. They are whispering reminders to your spirit that you are worthy of a love that is aligned with God's heart. You do not have to beg, chase, or compromise. When it is divine, it will be undeniable. It will be healthy, honoring, and built on truth. So why is this happening now? Because the appointed time is approaching. And because God does not bring people back into your life to repeat old cycles. He brings restoration when hearts are truly transformed. The kind of reunion that heaven supports is not built on emotional desperation, but on spiritual readiness. Some of you are being led to forgive more deeply than ever before, to release the final layer of bitterness, to trust God with the parts of the story that still don't make sense. This isn't for their sake only, it's for yours. Because the version of you that steps into divine union must be healed, whole, and rooted in identity, not just emotion. And for others, you are sensing something stirring that doesn't yet have words. A knowing in your belly, a soft echo of confirmation in prayer, a message in your dreams, a sign that keeps showing up. Beloved, pay attention. These are not coincidences, these are divine signals that something is shifting on their side and on yours. Let's be honest, not every reunion is from God. That's why discernment is key. Just because someone returns doesn't mean they're meant to remain. But when it is from God, you'll know. It won't feel forced. It won't require sacrificing your peace. It will feel like clarity, alignment, and divine timing. God is not teasing you with this. He's not dangling hope in front of you to break your heart. He is preparing you. You've been in a season of becoming stronger, wiser, and more spiritually aware. You've shed old beliefs, learned to set boundaries, and most importantly, learned how to love yourself in Christ. That's why this shift is happening now, because you're ready to receive in a way you couldn't before. And your soulmate, they're being awakened. They're walking through the very prayers you once prayed over them. They may not fully understand it yet, but their spirit is becoming sensitive to the call of God. And that sensitivity is leading them straight into a moment of decision. Will they surrender? Will they rise? Will they choose healing over hiding? Only God knows. But heaven is making room for reconciliation, for restoration that is not forced, but faith-born. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." If this is the season of divine reunion, then trust that God will bring it together in a way that protects your heart, honors your growth, and glorifies His name. I know it's hard to wait. I know it's painful not knowing what's ahead. But take heart, you are not being forgotten. You are being positioned to receive what is truly from God. And if that means reunion, it will come with peace. If it means redirection, it will come with strength. Either way, you will not be forsaken. You were never meant to carry this journey alone. And right now, heaven is walking with you. Angels have gone ahead of you. They are preparing the heart of the one whose soul is tied to yours. They are clearing away confusion, breaking chains, and stirring awakenings that you cannot yet see. So keep trusting, keep becoming, keep believing that God is faithful to finish what He started. He is not a God of halfway stories. He is a God of divine fulfillment. And if this message resonates with your spirit, if you feel the tug in your soul, then take a moment right now to thank God for what you cannot yet see, but fully believe. Because sometimes the biggest breakthroughs happen in the quiet before the door opens. Your soulmate's energy is shifting, their heart is softening, and heaven is making way for something holy. Prepare yourself, not out of fear, but out of faith. God is not done writing your love story. If you believe this message was meant for you, I invite you to like this video as a way of saying, "I'm ready for divine alignment." Leave a comment below with the words, "I trust God's timing for my divine union." And if you want to stay connected to more messages just like this, words that comfort your spirit, confirm what you've been sensing, and encourage you through every season, make sure you subscribe to Angel Message for You and tap the notification bell so you never miss what heaven is saying next. We'll always be the anchor that holds everything together if you believe in the strength of love and the beauty of overcoming challenges together. Share this video, subscribe to the channel, and affirm, "I cherish a love that navigates challenges with grace." Type, "I am receiving my blessing," in the comments to claim this affirmation and allow the power of love to guide you forward. If you feel called to support this mission of spreading divine messages, consider contributing through a super thanks. Whether it's $30, $10, $20 or more, your generosity helps us share these angelic messages with the world together. We can build a community of faith, hope, and love.